Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in or tuning in to the third episode of my adventure into the world of Silksong. This is part of a playlist. So if you haven't watched the other videos, feel free to go back and watch those. I have more to come. And thanks for tuning in. Yeah, hang out, kick back. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Ghost Chicken here. Hope you're doing well. It's the end of a workday for me. I don't know what you're up to, but I hope it's good. It's been a long couple weeks for old Ghost Chicken. Work is kind of crazy, getting pulled in too many different directions. It is what it is. We will persevere, just like we do in Silksong. I think this video is going to be a little shorter than the usual. As you're watching on the screen, I tried to go and recap the last session, but I didn't really remember what happened. I play this game like once a week if I'm able. And yeah, I just totally didn't really remember what I had done in the last session, and you probably remember better than I did when I was streaming, especially if you're watching the playlist. So I start running around and I decide ultimately that I want to kind of farm some rosaries to grab some pins from Chakra. We want to find some rosary havers. Okay, here's a simple thing I've learned since this video about Silksong. I was not good about farming for rosaries when I wanted them. I just went and sort of explored, looking for guys who might have rosaries, when really what you want to do is find a room full of people with rosaries next to a bench, which I was at. I just wasn't doing it right. Kill the room and then go back to the bench, reset the room, and kill the room again on a loop. And it makes you more efficient at dispatching those enemies. It's good practice, and you end up just like racking the rosaries up pretty quick. And like most of the runbacks in the game, it becomes second nature to just run into this room, fight all the people you know are in the room in the specific way they need to be fought, go to the bench and reset it, and eventually you get really, really fast at it. It becomes kind of a like a zen. I don't know, zen's not the right word. It becomes kind of a almost like coloring, like a sort of mindful exercise. And before you know it, you're like chock full of rosaries. So yeah, I was not doing it right, but whatever. You're watching me just kind of like roam around and look for people with rosaries and killing them piecemeal here. Oh, this stream was pretty short. I only played for about an hour and a half, but you know, it's just fun to get a little gaming session in when you can. And I'm excited to see this playlist kind of come together as one complete playthrough of Silksong. And it's kind of realistic for somebody who doesn't have a ton of time to play the game, that you'd be sort of doing it in short bursts and picking it up and putting it down. And that's sort of where I'm at. So hopefully this playthrough is kind of representative of what you might be able to do as somebody who's not like a full-time gamer, you know? Plus we're just getting started out on this channel, you know, finding the time when we can, and you know, I'm having fun. So hopefully you are too. I ultimately roam around here a little bit longer, just sort of slashing and making my way through some areas, not finding too many more rosaries until I find this fearful pilgrim that doesn't have a whole lot to say. Oh, hello. Beast! Horrible beast! No, man. It's not a horrible beast. It's a friend. It's the bell beast. Alright, who's here? Oh, a traveler. Won't you stop and make a trade with an old pilgrim? Surely something here will aid you in your great journey. We take a look at the vendor's wares in Bone Bottom. They've got a magnet brooch, a mass fragment, scrap metal, a simple key, and they can make rosary strings. Donate. Bone Bottom Repairs. Bone Bottom Repairs. A lot of repairs to be done around here, but I need more materials. All I wish for is some shell shards so I can get to work. Not asking too much, am I? And then we've got Garb of the Pilgrims. Those mad violent pilgrims who haunt the Great Path. We could make use of their shawls here in Bone Bottom, and felling them would surely be a mercy. I think I have this. Let's donate. Bone Bottom Repairs. Wish granted. Promise that wish. Hello, sir. Well, look at that. You've gone and donated all those shell shards. Just like I wished for. I can scarcely believe it. Those shards are valuable, all right. Brilliant for crafting and fixing. Very versatile. More than that, though, it was a warm thing you did. The sort of kindness you don't see much in this weary place. Was this kindness? I must take care to learn of this land and claim what advantage I can from it. Answering requests like yours can often fit those ends. Oh, it's like that, is it? Well, even still, the help is well appreciated, miss. Best of luck in your travels, and may every wish of yours be granted. Thank you, my friend. This camp seems in poor condition, good bug. With the lands around turning deadly, I'd worry for its safety. We surely aren't seeing its finest moment, but this place has been serving us passing bugs for as long as any can remember. It's faith, you see. All those pilgrims now and past, our devotion holds it together. The camp will remain and provide no matter the troubles. Okay, we just got acquainted with the quest board, which turns out to be a big part of Silksong. It encourages you to kind of return to areas that you've already been to do new things there once you have new abilities and the game starts to progress. It also kind of develops some of these settlements that you encounter along the way. At this point in the game that I'm talking, I'm in the midst of Act 2, so I've seen quite a few of these so far, and I'm sure it will continue. What duty binds you to this old chapel, madam? The structure barely stands, and I see no signs of congregation. Aye, gone, the lot of 'em, fled and hidden, but I'm not leaving till I set this place right. It's the citadel above, you see, even now, in Farloom's long decline. The simple bugs, they're witless before it. Too grand, too majestic, too powerful. This building state is a sad example of those who dare suggest another path. From Bone Bottom, I jump over to the Marrow in order to get over to Mossholm to fulfill our rag collection quest. Pilgrim Shawl. Yes, we are doing quests now. Another Pilgrim Shawl. How many do I need? 12? And so I begin mercilessly killing and snatching the shawls off of wayward pilgrims. It may actually be merciful, I guess, in retrospect, considering they are just enthralled and influenced by the allure of the citadel up above. Excuse you. I continue on my warpath until I eventually am reminded of the Moss Druid, who we've promised a wish to. Ah, this person, right. Who are you, little you? Not a wish granter, for you haven't enough fruits. 3 we need, 3 I need. Find them. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry about that. I happened to sit at the bench next to the Moss Druid, which reset all of these pilgrims to collect more shawls off of in this area. I have only recently put 2 and 2 together that's like the most efficient way to gather, some of these materials in these quests or rosaries, like I said before. Yeah, that might seem like second nature to people who have played Hollow Knight or Souls games or, things like this where resting at a bonfire sort of resets an area. But I'm pretty new to this genre in general. I'm coming at this with like some Super Metroid experience, and that's about it. So the advantages of sort of resetting an area to gather materials, I guess that existed then, you know, farming missiles and stuff like that. But you know, I was a kid when I was playing that game, and now I'm just putting two and two together, and maybe I'm late to the party, but yeah, I sort of accidentally did it here, which allowed me to gather all the pilgrim shawls and finish that wish. Okay, I think we got all the shawls we needed. That's good. Ooh, heyo, we found a thing. What are you? Are you lighting our path? Or do I just have to, do I have to take that from you? A mossberry. Thank you. Please don't puke on me. Ugh. Heal up. There are some enemies, some just like standard basic enemies that give me the most trouble. And it's like this puking thing, that slug that made the fire. Dude, come on with that. I really don't want to die to you. Looking back at these streams, I'm seeing how sort of all over the place my approach to this game is. I don't know if it's gotten much better. I think maybe it has. At least the next time I play, I'm going to be a little bit more focused. But I could have easily just sort of taken those quests from the board, run both of them, collected the shawls, then moved on to collecting moss berries. But instead, I just decide I want to go and try to make it back to the mole that I saw the last time I played, which is also making me realize I might have skipped a stream, and I don't know if I'm going to get back to it or not. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll just splice it in with this one. I'm not sure yet. You'll find out. You'll know before I know. I'm trying to get to that boss that totally trashed us before I had the dash. Oh, it's still a problem. I can't just dash there. No. Oh, nuts. Oh, dang. No one wanted to see that. Turn in the shawls. Oh, I got a rosary necklace. Yes. Give me the mask shard. Thank you. I'm gonna go for it again, but now I know where I'm going. Our new dash ability makes the traverse a lot simpler than it was the first time I make my way back to the mole, and give it an embarrassing number of attempts. We've got that no problem. Great. That wasn't so bad. Now that we have the dash. Now we know there's a boss in here that cooked us. Cooked us last time. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So, you know, he's probably not even a boss. I think he's just a guy. Oh, oh. Although he's pretty intense. God, dude. What a gross guy. Uh-huh. Oh, it touched me. What is your deal, man? Here I realize that I can just run past the mole, but for some reason, I am just hell-bent on fighting the dang thing. Old stone gate with a simple keyhole. Now we know what that little simple key is for. That's perfect. I drop down below this little locked door and find a secret path that ultimately leads to another mask fragment. Aha. Then it's back to the mole to die again. Oh. And again. No, dude. And again. Oh, shit. Huge gaming. Eventually I realized there was an elevator that I could have been using to make this run back so much easier. Is that an elevator? Oh, incredible. Okay, great. Love to see it. Yes, hello. What's up? This outpost that the shambling pilgrim bugs have built for themselves. Dondaku. Where are the armaments, the watch poles? Never have I seen such poorly defended encampment. The pilgrims here seem to have no mind for war, Chakra. I suspect most depart for the citadel soon after their arrival. If they persist in their carelessness, they will find only death in these harsh lands. So true, bestie. I really wish I had 80 for you. That's pretty much all the action we're gonna get this stream. Like I said, this was kind of a shorter session, but I am documenting my whole playthrough. I'm trying to chop it up as interestingly as I can, and I think it's coming along nicely. I'm excited for some of the sessions to come, though, because we get into the thick of it. But for the rest of this stream, I sort of, I think I go for the mole a couple more times. I don't get them. I end up just kind of like calling it quits. Now that we have this elevator, though, the run back is a lot easier, and the only other thing that really happens is I fall down into the moss grotto, wander around there for a while. I think here it is. Yep. This is like my plummet down, and yep. Right in the hole. I was devastated, and I just wander around the moss grotto for a little while till eventually, I've had enough fighting the mole. I just need to reset and tackle it on another day. I did get a lot of rosaries here, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm going to jump ahead to my stream outro here pretty soon, but keep tuning into these to watch my progression through Hollow Knight Silksong. I am playing this game blind, with no real research or guides or anything. This point that I'm at in the game, I think I've looked up one thing. I looked up the best location to farm shards in Act 1. Otherwise, I'm just winging it. So if you're enjoying this, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for sticking along. I did see some kind of item I could try to snag next time I fall down the moss grotto just then. Here we go. End of the stream. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today. That was fun. Didn't make a ton of progress, but still cool. We got to fight a mole so many times. Yeah. Next time mole goes down, we hand in our moss berries to that druid, and we farm for a key. That simple key. There's so much more to see. All right. I'll catch you later. See you, Lyco. I'll see you.